Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Now you probably gathered by the title of this video, but I have had to pause the shake diet that I'm on. I've paused it. It's been best part of a week now. It's taken a bit longer because of Easter, but in short, my tummy has been acting up, and I suspect it's a reaction of the shakes, especially perhaps because it's low calorie. I'm not sure, and the metformin, perhaps the way that I'm taking metformin the way I used to, so 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, and with the shake, it's just not working together. And I spent a good couple of days being dreadfully uncomfortable, and I thought this is silly, something's got to stop. So stopped with the shakes, and I had a square meal because I'd been quite unwell, and it stopped. So whether there's my body isn't tolerating the shakes, might be the sweetener in the shake is my body's perhaps not getting used to it, or I suspect it's the metformin that I'm taking has caused this problem. So I've contacted my nurse, and because of the Easter break, it's all taken a bit of time to get sorted. But I'm expecting a phone call in the next couple of days, and I will keep you posted. It might be something that I just have to adjust the time that I take the metformin, or I reduce the volume. I don't know, but as soon as I know, I will let you know. But up until I'd stopped taking the shakes, I was doing really well. I'd lost about 7 kilo in that first week, which was great, clearly. So I just need to make sure that I don't overindulge. I've survived Easter, not eaten as much as I usually would have done. So that's good. I just need to make sure that I maintain and I stick to a normal calorie diet for me, rather than going overboard. So that's something I'm going to stay with. And my energy level has come flooding back. Although because I've been unwell, I haven't done many steps, and we are now on the 10th of April, and I've not done any walking miles in April so far. So I've got that to catch up with. To compound a problem, at the beginning of the last week, so shortly after I filmed the last video, my CPAP machine failed. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with what a CPAP machine is, I have a condition called sleep apnea because of my big old chungus chin and my weight. When I fall asleep, my windpipe, in essence, collapses in on itself, and I can't breathe properly. And I have what is known as an apnea, and that is where I'll be laying asleep, and then I go where I can't breathe. Now, you might recognise that in people around you. You might find it might be a partner, a loved one, a friend, a flatmate, a roommate who snores very loudly and then goes quiet, and then all of a sudden they'll start snoring really loudly. That is an obstructive sleep apnea. That is a classic definition of it. Anyway, reported it, and this was a few days ago, and I have finally got my new machine. I'm really liking it. So the previous one was a Philips Dream Station, and now I've got a ResMed Air Pro 11, I think it is. I'll check that out. Perhaps might do a video on it, give it a quick review. Anyway, I'm still getting used to it, but for those first few days where the CPAP machine wasn't working properly, and basically what a CPAP does, sorry, I should have explained this better. What a CPAP machine does is it delivers a constant flow of air using a face mask or a nasal pillow, and that basically keeps your windpipe open while you sleep. It takes a bit of getting used to, and once you do, and once you've overcome the comfort factor that comes with it, it keeps your basic windpipe open so you can breathe normally. And I'm not saying it gamifies it, but it gives you what's known as your AHI, or your apnea hypopnea index, and that's basically a metric of how good your sleep quality was with regards to the amount of apneas you have. And whereas when I was using the machine before, it was like 0.2, 0.3 when the machine was failing, and basically the airflow wasn't reliable. It was making a horrible noise, and I remember one night it stopped completely. So as you know, I work in IT. I just switched it off and on again, and then give it a nice friendly whack on the side of the table, and I managed to coax it through a couple of nights until I got my new machine. But during those nights, my sleep was dreadful and I was really wiped out, and combine that with the trouble I had with my tummy, it just wasn't pleasant. Anyway, I have a new machine. I am sleeping normally and sleeping soundly. That's good. And as I said, I'm just waiting to hear back from the nurse as to what I should do now. And I want to use this as a learning point for anyone who's doing a soup and shake diet or any other low calorie diet. Make sure you do it with the support of your GP or your diabetic nurse or a registered healthcare professional. I know I said I was doing it like going solo, and to an extent I am, but I also know that if I have a problem, there is somebody I can call, and yes, I perhaps don't get to see them as quickly as somebody who's doing it through soup and shake diet or through like a healthcare provider. I know that I can send an email or register an appointment with my diabetes nurse, and within a few days I'll get a response back. And obviously the responsible thing would be to stop, and I have done, just until it's all sorted. So that's where I am. So hopefully on the next video I'll be back on the shakes. I don't know what form it will be, but I will look forward to sharing it with you. Hope you're doing well. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.